Dear children, welcome to another session of Children's Liturgy. This is the 25th Ordinary Sunday. The theme for this week is Jesus teaches us always to be honest. Let us listen to the Gospel reading.
Jesus said, "When people are honest about the small things in life, then they will be honest about more important things too. If you cannot be trusted with something as unimportant as money, how can you be trusted with the most precious treasure of all?"
Samuel loves the Western food stall in his canteen. What's more, it's Thursday and they will be selling his favorite spaghetti. It was more crowded than usual, and Samuel could see that the auntie at the stall was getting flustered with dealing with so many orders. "Auntie, 1 plate of spaghetti. Add sausage, okay?" Samuel called out his order and handed a $5 note to the vendor. Smiling distractedly, the canteen vendor served him his food and gave him his change. Samuel sat down and was about to wolf down his meal when he realized that the change in his hand was way more than what he should have gotten. Yikes! The auntie gave me the wrong change. Wow, that means I got a really good deal for my food today, Samuel thought. But before he could take a second bite, he knew he had to return the money. He just wouldn't feel at ease otherwise. "Hello, auntie. You passed me extra change for my meal earlier. Here's the money," Samuel said shyly. Thank you, boy. Ayo, I'm so blur," smiled auntie. Samuel was glad he returned the money. After recess, he skipped back to class, the incident far removed from his mind. During the last period of the day, Mrs. Lee, his form teacher, walked into class for the form teacher guidance period. "Good afternoon, class. Last week, we talked about collecting donations from your family and friends to help the children who are suffering in the Ukraine war. Who would like to volunteer to help us collect the money from the whole class?" 10 pairs of hands shot up with many shouting, "Me, me, me!" Samuel had put his hand up as well. But he didn't think he would get called. After all, he was quiet, and he never held a leadership position. To his surprise, Mrs. Lee walked towards him and said, "Let's have Samuel be the treasurer to collect the money." Before he could react, Mrs. Lee smiled, bent down and whispered, "I saw what you did in the canteen. I know you can be trusted for more important things." In today's Gospel, Jesus said, when people are honest about the small things in life, then they will be honest about more important things too. If you cannot be trusted with something as unimportant as money, how can you be trusted with the most precious treasure of all? What is the most precious treasure that Jesus was talking about? Let me give you a hint. It's something that money cannot buy. Yes, the most precious treasure of all is the love of our God. God's love means more than all our worldly possessions. Jesus wants us to choose God's way by being honest and truthful in our words and deeds. When we do that, we will feel the joy of sharing God's love and be truly happy. Samuel could have gotten away with having a cheaper meal, but he chose to be honest. His gesture of honesty brought relief to the canteen vendor and showed his teacher that he can be trusted with bigger things. Will you also make that choice to be honest, even when it's sometimes hard to do so? The choice is yours.